Ladies and gentlemen, the 2-year-long downtrending resistance line on the weekly chart RSI has broken to the upside via a weekly candle close. This is something we've been looking at for over a year, but we've really been harnessing in on that and honing in on that over the last month as we've realized the importance of that breakout. That breakout has occurred to the upside, and that is absolutely exceptional news for Bitcoin. It means that Bitcoin is highly likely to go up and test the confirmation levels of a bear market end. Now, we need to be looking at one specific date, however. Even though we've broken this to the upside, we have to remember it's only one weekly candle close and it's only been broken to the upside by a marginal level. Now, the interesting date we need to look at is CPI, which is on the 12th of December. 3 days away, just over 3 days away, we will be seeing the CPI release. Now, that CPI release will very well determine whether this breakout is going to be a breakout or whether it's going to be a fake out or not, and we'll know that by the end of this weekly candle, but obviously CPI is going to bring the most volatility and hence CPI will determine that. Huge stuff to look into in today's video, guys. This is not one you want to miss. Before we get into the video, I want to remind you all we only have 5 days remaining on the 30% discount on the VIP sale for the new year. If you're interested in becoming a VIP member, you can check out the results from Q4 for the group chat, and you can check out all the information in the pinned comment and description. Similarly, if you're interested in learning how to trade for yourself in a university type format, we've got a course called the Crypto Academy course, the Become a Trader course, and that link is in the description and pinned comment as well. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to dive straight into the most important part of this video, and the most important part of this video obviously is the weekly chart RSI. This RSI resistance line has been forming, has been downtrending, has been present since January 2021, which makes it a 2-year-long, a 24-month-long downtrending resistance line on the RSI. It's been retested on 3 separate occasions, with the 4th occasion being just today, and we've broken out. We've closed the weekly candle above that level, and you can see there the RSI has peaked out of that triangle formation, and we are golden in that situation. That is great news. The reason why it's great news is because, well, not only is the RSI a reliable metric to kind of measure momentum and measure where the trend is going to start, right? RSI breakouts generally lead to price breakouts. We've seen that over and over and over again on many charts. But what we also need to look at is the fact that previously, in previous bear markets, right, in 2014, for example, and also 2018, we saw a similar RSI downtrending line that lasts almost a similar length in time. This one was 18 months long, and when we broke it to the upside, that of course marked the end of the bear market, and we went upwards from there. Same thing in 2018. We had an RSI line downtrending, for a little bit shorter amount of time in 2018, but it was still almost a year, and we broke it to the upside finally, actually over a year later, and when we broke it to the upside, it marked the bottom, and we went upwards from there. The same thing has happened now. We've had that RSI line, this time for 2 years, right? Previous occasions it was 18 months. This time it was 2 years. We broke it to the upside, and that will probably, right? It's hard to say for certain at this point because the trend is not reversed yet, right? The RSI is kind of a foreshadowing indicator, right? That will probably lead to a break to the upside and probably mark the bottom. The point is the foreshadow. How do I say this? It's predicting a break to the upside, I should say, right? The RSI breaking to the upside predicts the price breaking to the upside in a very strange way. Okay, so that's what's happened. Now, what would the actual break be, right? We'll get into the daily chart in a second. We'll look at all this stuff in a second, but what would a break to the upside actually be? A break to the upside would be constituted if we were to break above this yellow downtrending line, the bull market support band, the 200-day SMA, which I'll bring up right now, and also the 300-week SMA, which I'll bring up over here on this chart here, and you'll notice that that is at 18.4K. Go back to the daily chart, and you can see all these lines here around the same region. Okay, so as of right now, in order to confirm a trend reversal, in order to confirm the trend being reversed, and in order to confirm that this RSI breakout on the weekly chart was in fact, let me find it, was in fact real and was in fact, an actual foreshadow of the future, we need to be breaking above, at the highest point, the 200-day SMA. We need to get a weekly candle close above the bull market support band. Essentially, at this point in time, we need to get above 19.5K. That is the level we need to get above. Now, that's downtrending. By the time we get there, it'll probably be 19K. The point is, in order for that weekly candle on the RSI, right, that breakout in the RSI on the weekly candle, to actually be a confirmed move, to actually lead to a confirmed breakout, in order for Bitcoin to actually confirm a trend reversal, we need to break above all of those things. The yellow line, the bull market support band, the 200-day SMA, the 300-week SMA. Once we get above all of those things, we would have flipped 4 major moving average indicators And we would have flipped one major red resistance box between 18.2k and 17.7k, okay? That would confirm a trend reversal for sure. Okay, so that's the trend reversal point. It's very important that people understand this. Yes, it is extremely great to see this breakout in the RSI because, and the reason why it's great to see is because when we see the breakout in the RSI, we generally see bullish price action after that. So what we've actually seen here is not a trend reversal. We've seen the first strong, powerful sign of hope that we will be seeing a trend reversal soon. So this is not a buying signal in itself. I want to make that very clear. This in itself, this weekly chart RSI breakout, is not a buying signal in itself. No, it is the start of a move that could very well and probably will lead to a buying signal. That's very important to break down there, so people don't get people don't misunderstand. I made that very clear over the past month. So it's great to see this happen. And if we look at if we get into the daily chart now, we get into the actual structural analysis. What we can see is that, we've broken out on the daily chart triangle RSI as well. We still do have descending volume, which is unfortunate because we want to be seeing some powerful volume come through. I suspect that's because CPI is happening in 3 days. People are still holding back. And this is why I'm saying to you guys now, it's probably best to wait and see with CPI. This could be a fake out at this point in time, just because CPI is so close. We don't want to jump the gun yet. What I will say as well is that the 4-hourly chart has broken out of a bearish structure. It's broken to the upside, which is a great show of strength. It's also broken above 17.1k and will most likely be heading to 17.7k for the first retest of that major red rejection box on a horizontal basis, on a horizontal level. So that's on the way. That retest, that red box is on the way. That's pretty likely there. What we can also say is this. Ethereum's done a similar thing. Ethereum broke out of an RSI structure and it's heading towards its trend reversal point, which is the kind of top of this descending wedge formation, and also the bull market support bands lining up with that as well. And the total cryptocurrency market cap's doing a very similar thing as well. It hasn't actually broken out yet, unfortunately. We've still got resistance there, and we've still got RSI resistance at around that 67.72 level. But we are trending upwards towards a retest of that structure, that yellow structure that's got there, and the bull market support bands. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the Bitget Exchange. The Bitget Exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance, which is the biggest major exchange in the cryptocurrency market on futures. It also has 0 fees on every single spot pair, so you can trade spot for entirely free, no fees included. It runs events. Right now it's got a FIFA World Cup event sponsored by Messi, the football player. It's got copy trading, strategy trading. It's got exclusive rewards and discounts in the rewards center. It's got everything you need for a trader using exchange. This is the exchange I personally use as a trader for my everyday trading, and I highly recommend everyone does so at the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel. Sign up using my referral link for exclusive rewards and discounts. That really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it. For my fans from the United States of America, you can sign up using this exchange with a VPN and use the exchange with a VPN and just sign up using my referral link like normal, and you'll be treated like a normal customer because this is also a non-KYC exchange. So make sure to sign up using my referral link in the pinned comment or the description below. And without further ado, let's get back into the video. So all in all, I know I've just said a bunch of words and you're probably very confused about what I've just said there. But all in all, just to summarize, this is basically the situation. Weekly chart RSI is broken out. That is indicative of the start of a move. The move we're seeing now is quite likely to break upwards and actually confirm a trend reversal. So right now, I would say the charts are leaning very bullish, okay? That doesn't mean you buy yet, because you buy when there's confirmation. Okay, there's no confirmation at this point. At this point, it's all speculative. At this point, we're still in the same range. It's very important to note. We're still in the same range. We just have a lot more hope than we did yesterday. That's essentially what's going on here for Bitcoin at a very simple level. Now, I've stood by this for ever since November 2021, ever since that 60k region, I've stood by this. I do believe in the 4-year cycle theory. The 4-year cycle theory predicted a Q4 bottom potentially into January as well. At this point in time, we have seen that Q4 bottom in November. At this point in time, I would be happy to say that bottom in November is most likely where the Bitcoin bottom was. I do believe at this point that the Bitcoin bottom was at that 15.4K, something like that. I do believe that was probably the Bitcoin bottom. I also do understand that there is a very slim period of time here that we could potentially go down and form new lows while maintaining the 4-year cycle theory. And if we do that, cool. As long as we maintain the 4-year cycle theory, I don't care. My overall prediction has always been based on the 4-year cycle. It's never been based on a specific price point. When I say that I think it's more likely than not the bottom is in, I'm saying that out of speculation. I'm not saying that out of confirmation. It's very important to understand the difference there. The confirmation of that will occur when we break all these levels to the upside, right? You need to wait for confirmation in this market. Speculation is not enough. Confirmation is important. And that is why we are waiting to buy until we get that confirmation. We're not buying here. We're not buying on that weekly chart RSI breakout. Well, I'm personally not. You guys can do what you want, but I'm certainly not buying it. I'll buy when there's confirmation because I understand even though that breakout is great, even though that's all well and good, we still haven't actually changed anything, right? We haven't done anything in the price chart. The RSI is not the price chart. They're different charts, right? So yeah, it's great news. Yeah, it gives us a lot of hope for the future. And yeah, it definitely bolsters the chance that the bottom is in, but it hasn't actually confirmed it yet. That's very important to note. But overall, yeah, I do think it's likely the Bitcoin bottom is in, and it's very important you understand what I just said there before I continue. I do think it's likely the Bitcoin bottom is in. I don't think it's confirmed yet. And I think it's likely for multiple reasons. 4-year cycle is one of them. Power law chart on Bitcoin is one of them. It says the bottom's in. Volatility is at a low we don't see until, generally speaking, when the bottom is close to being in. There's many reasons for it. Another reason would be, top of the 4-year cycle, which is basically 4 date range trends. We've got another trend here where the bottom to halving, the distance between bottom to halving is generally 500 days. And in that November bottom, we've seen 511 days. So that makes sense as well. There's many reasons why I would lean towards the bottom being in. But at this point, it's obviously not confirmed yet. It's just speculation. But that's great news, guys. It's good to see that RSI breakout. And that's indicative of the fact that volatility is on the way. We've already seen a little bit of volatility here as Bitcoin makes a move out of that ascending wedge formation there. It's good to see the price chart kind of getting a little bit interesting again because it's been quite boring over the last couple of months. I think we're going to be seeing a very interesting January, and I'm looking forward to it, guys. So get ready. This is not the time to look away from the charts. This is the time to look at the charts and bloody look hard because stuff's going to start happening real soon. It's going to be very much quite interesting. I do think we'll see a retest of these levels in January and potentially a breakout as well. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.